Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our third session of our webinar, Wave 2.0. But before we start, we would like to greet Dr. Chody San Andres, our Executive Vice President of Bulacan State University, a happy birthday. Greetings from the BulSU community. Happy birthday, Dr. Chody. And now, we'll start with our third session of our webinar entitled Advanced PowerPoint for Teachers, How to Develop Engaging Learning Materials. Okay, let's get started. So again, this is our third session of our webinar. And for this session, we'll be develop engaging learning materials. And I'm here again, your resource speaker, Jason P. Maglalang. Okay. Just a short introduction. I'm an IT instructor here in Bulacan State University since 2011 up to present. And I'm also a multimedia e-learning developer from 2016. And I'm also a former software instructor from ACLC College Papalit. Okay. I'm also the previous speaker last time about Adobe Photoshop. So, welcome po again dun sa mga previous nating viewers about Adobe Photoshop. And we will be using again the software, but we're just going to import some images from it. Okay. Aside from face-to-face learning, I'm also uploading some of my mini video tutorials. So if you want to learn some mini video tutorials like computer programming or animations, you can try to visit my channel and subscribe. And also, please don't forget to watch more webinars. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell button for our YouTube channel, BulSU-CICT. Okay, so I hope you are all subscribed dun na po sa ating channel. Okay, so so the rationale of this webinar session is to discuss advanced PowerPoint skills and techniques and how to develop engaging learning materials. Also, how to leverage designing skills using creative content formatting. So for this session po, I'll be discussing PowerPoint skills and designing techniques and formatting techniques when it comes to contents. So to make our contents more engaging or our learning materials more engaging. And then we will uncover some hidden powerful features of PowerPoint and learn how to productively use them to build engaging and interactive learning materials. Okay, so what you will be needing for this presentation or for this webinar is of course, we need PowerPoint, and version po ng PowerPoint na kailangan natin is 2007 and up. And don't worry po, kahit na luma yung version ng PowerPoint na meron po kayo dyan, pwede po na lahat ng discuss natin ngayon dito applicable sa lahat ng versions ng PowerPoint 2007 and up. Okay, so I will not be discussing some more new features ng PowerPoint or advanced, some new features from 365 of 2008 because hindi po lahat may access sa mga ganong versions ng PowerPoint. So, everything that I'm going to discuss are, of course, applicable to all versions, 2007 and up. And then, of course, aside from PowerPoint, we need patience because we'll be designing and formatting contents. So, patience kasi some content, some formatting takes time. And, of course, practice. Okay? So, also, every time na meron po tayong gagawing actions dito, like what I've said from the previous session po natin, you can always rewatch our video. So, para pag meron po kayong na-miss na some stuff or you want to watch it again para magawa po natin yung mga actions na ginawa natin for this session, please watch this video again. So, automatically po recorded po ito sa ating BulSU-CICT YouTube channel. Okay, so what I've noticed nung last time na webinar is I've seen some comments after ng webinar session. May mga nagtatanong po, no, saan po pwedeng kumuha ng mga images na magagamit, no? So, here are the links na pwede po ninyong puntahan kung saan pwede po kayong mag-download dito ng mga commercial free images. So pixabay.com. I do recommend this because aside from images, meron din po silang vector illustrations and some commercial free or mga free to use na videos din po, meron din sila. Okay, so just a review for this PowerPoint. Since ang focus po natin is advanced PowerPoint, i-review ko lang po ulit na to make PowerPoint PowerPoint presentations, we need these slide dimensions. Okay, so we can use 1280 by 720 pixels, meaning yung width po nung ating PowerPoint presentation should be 1280 pixels. If you're using Photoshop, width po is 1280, height is 720. If you want to know paano gamitin yung Photoshop to create backgrounds in PowerPoint, you can again watch yung previous po naming webinar noong Monday. And also 1920 by 180p is another size for PowerPoint. Ito po yung much higher yung resolution ng ating PowerPoint. Okay, let's proceed for our topics outline. So for this afternoon, I will be specifically discuss how to create custom and reusable slide templates. Okay? Kasi po, normally yung ginagawa natin as educators maybe before, I'm not sure, baka meron din po sa atin ngayon na siguro ginagamit lagi yung mga preset na templates or designs sa PowerPoint. And if you want to have a change of pace dun sa design, kung nagsawa na po kayo dun sa design ng preset na meron si PowerPoint, baka yung mga students din po natin, of course, ganun din. So I'll be teaching you later on how to create your own slide templates and reusable po yung mga templates na gagawin natin later on. And I will also discuss how to create and manipulate graphical elements. So if you are familiar dun sa term na death by PowerPoint, yes, as in death, okay, death by PowerPoint. Meron po kasing mga PowerPoint presentations na kung saan wala pang 5 minutes, parang bored na yung mga audience natin, yung mga learners natin, because maybe there are some implicating factors like maybe too much text dun sa ating PowerPoint slides, or maybe hindi maganda yung contrast contrasting colors ng mga contents natin, or maybe we need a little bit of graphical touch. So I'll be discussing how to manipulate graphical elements in PowerPoint. Okay. And of course, after creating some contents, I will teach you how to develop interactive animations. Maybe some of you know how to add animations, but for this session, in this advanced session of PowerPoint, we'll be discussing how can we make our animations more interactive. When we say interactive, basically there is an interaction between the learner or the audience and tsaka dun sa learning material natin, which is sa PowerPoint. Okay? So, like when it comes to clicking, pwede nilang kontrolin yung mga animations or pop-up, etc. So on and so forth. And I will also discuss how to include voice-over narrations kasi since hindi pa po pwede yung face-to-face teaching for this new normal, yung mga PowerPoint presentations natin or learning materials, kung gusto natin meron silang audio, no? So pwede natin silang lagyan ng voice-over narrations. Ibig sabihin, anytime pwedeng panoorin or i-play nung learner natin, ng students, yung presentation po ninyo, and kahit tulog po kayo dyan, merong nagna-narrate dun sa ating mga slides. And also, screencasting. When I say screencasting, we capture everything dun sa screen natin. And nasa save po siya as video, of course, here in PowerPoint. So we're going to discuss then all of that. Okay, so one of the key features ng PowerPoint na i-discuss ko po later on is this selection pane. Okay, so like what I've been doing dun sa last or previous nating webinar last time, I encourage you to take screenshots or picturean po natin yung shortcuts nung last time. So this time, I would like you to take screenshots kung paano natin ma-access yung mga other features na to. Like for example, selection pane, paano siya ma-access. So ito po yung steps lang po natin. We can access that by selecting an object, and then meron tayong format tab later on, selection pane. Papakita ko po sa inyo to later on. And then simply, like in Photoshop, kung naalala nyo po yung previous webinar, selection pane is basically layers panel. It contains layers ng mga objects natin sa PowerPoint. So that's selection pane. Next po tayo is meron din tayong tinatawag na animation pane. Sa animation pane, naka-discuss po or naka-contain po dito yung timeline ng mga animated objects natin. So pag gusto nating mag-animate later on, no? So gagamitin natin si animation pane. So again, animation pane contains the timeline, or simply it is the timeline of PowerPoint animation. So to access that, meron po tayong animations tab sa PowerPoint. Sa mga ano po dyan, sanay na po sa PowerPoint or familiar na po din sa PowerPoint. But again, later on, i-discuss po natin to lahat one by one. And then, I'll be using animation triggers later on. So animation triggers can be used to control the animations na meron tayo sa PowerPoint slides, specifically by user interaction. And meron lang po akong tip dito na if you're going to use that, we should uncheck this on mouse click. So again, what I'm trying to encourage you right now is just to take a screenshot muna, or take a note or picturean po yung mga naka-display dito. Though papakita ko siya ulit later on, but still para mas maging aware na po kayo dun sa steps na gagawin natin mamaya. And so this one is an example of unformatted shapes, but what I'd like you to show is when I click this button or anywhere on the screen, Usually, si PowerPoint, pag nag-click po tayo sa screen, nag-move na agad dun sa next slide or dun sa next animation. But for this example, if you notice, kahit nag-click po ako dito sa screen, walang nangyayari. Kasi, na-setup ko na po siya into an interactive presentation where when I say interactive, meron action na gagawin muna si user in order to access such contents. So, for example, when I click this button, 1, so yung mag-a-appear na information box, close, number 2, then close. So, it's another way on how to preview our contents, not just like normal bullets, output, or bulleted slides. So, there's another way na para may action din silang gagawin. Okay po? And then, later on, we'll be discussing voiceover narration. Tsaka discuss natin yung, of course, summarize muna natin yung mga discussion mamaya. Pero before I proceed with summary, of course, I go back dun sa topics outline natin. So, where we'll be discussing how to create custom and reusable slide templates. So, if you're ready, let's get started on how to create custom and reusable slide templates. My game. So what do I mean when I say reusable slide templates? So let's have this example po. Okay. So this is a very default preview ng PowerPoint natin. Okay. And then normally, pag meron tayong gagawing design, pupunta tayo dito sa Design tab, hanap tayo ng background. Of course, hindi naman lahat may time para maging creative to create ones, to create backgrounds or what. But, again, please take note na if medyo nagsasawa na po kayo sa mga nakikita ninyong designs dito, and so are students. So, kailangan, kahit papaano po, magkaroon din tayo ng time para to explore PowerPoint. Paano pa mag-create ng sariling slide templates. Okay? So, again, ang focus po natin for now is yung pag-create po ng custom and reusable slide templates. Okay? Okay? So, ito, default po na meron tayong template. And kung naalala niyo pa po yung discussion ko po nung last time about Photoshop, we have discussed there how to create backgrounds for your PowerPoint. I have also discussed yung size for that. Okay, so this one is an example of a title slide ng PowerPoint. Example ng thank you slide. Another example ng title slide. So I have discussed how to save these images too, and paano natin sila gagamitin sa PowerPoint is basically ganito lang po. So let me save this muna po, and I have a folder here. So let me save this as JPEG for now, and then save. Okay. So when I do that, I can now open up my folder kung saan ko po sinave yung file ko kanina, which is this one, yung BG, and then I can just drag this in PowerPoint like that. Okay, so para po sa mga viewers natin, if you want to gusto pong sumabay dun sa discussion po natin today, if you have your PowerPoint open, pwede po yun. But again, pag meron po tayong ma-miss na steps, you can rewatch this video again. Okay, let's proceed. After I drag this image dito sa PowerPoint, what you'll notice is yung size ng image is very fitted dun sa ating PowerPoint slide. But my problem here is hindi ko ma-edit yung text, but pwede naman natin i-save ito without the text from Photoshop. So, you can just put it here, and then meron ka ng PowerPoint background. Okay? If I'm going to remove yung text po natin, like this, lahat ng text na meron ako dyan, remove natin. Okay, like that, and then I'm going to save this as another file. Let's say BG2, like that. Saving that way will make my PowerPoint more editable kasi kapag pag dinrag ko na po dito yung image, like yung BG2 like that, ayan, so I can now add my customized text. So, here, in PowerPoint, meron mo tayong Insert tab, and then yung ating text box. I'll try to zoom it in para mas makita natin. So again, gusto ko mag-insert ng text. So, kinlik ko po yung Insert tab, and then this text box. And then, I'm going to click over here para magkaroon ako ng title. Let's see, plants, like that. And then, of course, for color contrast, change ko yung color no font. I can select my own font style. And then I can change the size of this. Like that. And then, normally, I hope alam nyo naman po yung shortcut ng copy and paste. So, Control-C and then Control-V, of course. And then, let's say, intro to that. Change ko lang yung size. Like that. So, we can add more details into it, of course. But paano siya magiging reusable? Okay? Paano magiging reusable yung ating background? For this example, mag-add ba ako ng new slide, tapos ikakopy ko ba ulit tong image na to, tsaka ko siya ipapaste somewhere here, tapos kapag ba mag-add ako ng panibagong slide, kailangan ko yung image na yun, ipapaste ko na naman siya. That is not a good idea po because technically, yung file size ng PowerPoint presentation natin mas nagiging malaki, no? Yung file size niya. Kasi nauulit po yung image na naglo-load individually for each slide. So, I don't recommend this example. Okay? So, how can we create customizable templates? So, let me delete these slides. And then now, tanggalin ko muna yung text natin and then this image. So, para mapag-create po tayo ng customizable and reusable templates, I will show you an example. This presentation itself contains reusable template po. And if you notice, meron po akong text dito, meron akong contents, meron akong image, kasi lahat to for each slide na gagawin ko po is dapat naiiba. So, na-edit ko sila. Pero, if you notice po, I have this orange area here dito sa top. Okay? It should represent an image. But, if I'm going to click and drag it, hindi ko po siya ma-drag. Okay? Hindi ko siya ma-drag, hindi ko siya ma-modify because nasa loob na po siya ng tinatawag nating slide master. Okay? Meron po tayong tinatawag na slide master. I think okay, so to show you yung slide master, I think kailangan ko pakita yung slide master po sa inyo. So yung slide master natin can be accessed using this view tab. Ito po. Yan. So, if you see this view tab, okay, meron po kayong makikita ditong slide master. So, para din sa mga hindi pa naka-open yung PowerPoint nila, you can take note of this or you can rewatch this video again. So, again, para saan ba itong slide master? Slide master contains the template ng PowerPoint na gagawin po natin. You can save lahat ng images, lahat ng background na gusto mong gawin doon. Tapos, you can just populate them when you create new slides. Okay, so pakita ko po sa inyo yung output ng slide master. Without clicking it, pakita ko po sa inyo. Normally, kapag mag-a-add tayo ng slide, ang ginagawa po natin is, though may other ways, but some of the ways on how to create a slide is this. Diba po? Tayo po ay nag-right click dito sa mga thumbnails na to. Tapos, kiniklik natin yung new slide. Okay? So, to create a new slide, ito lang po yung ginagawa natin. Right click. Though mayroong other way, pero this way is good. So, right click, new slide. And then when you do that, kung napansin nyo po, automatically yung kinreate niyang slide sa akin, may design na. Okay? May background na po agad. So, paano po yun nangyari? Okay? So, kasi yung design po natin, background na to, automatic naka-store na siya doon sa tinatawag ko pong slide master. So, let me click slide master. Again, to access slide master, just click view and then click slide master. And then, eto po. Yan. So, if you see this slide thumbnails dito sa left side, these are all layouts na kinreate ko po. Okay? I'm not talking about the design, but sa PowerPoint po kasi ang tawag dito ay layouts. Okay? So, dito po sa mga layouts natin dito po nakasave yung mga background images ko na kinreate ko using PowerPoint. But you can also create using just PowerPoint if you don't have Photoshop. Pwede po yan. So, these images came from Photoshop. I created them using Photoshop. But again, if you don't have Photoshop, you can create something like this in PowerPoint. Medyo limited nga lang yung design, but I'll show you how later on. Okay? So, here, on this slide master, if you scroll your mouse on this upper part, ito yung tinatawag nating master style. Okay? So, etong master style natin, tsaka yung mga preceding slides, lahat po sila meron ng mga placeholder para mailagay mo na yung mga text, etc. So, they are all default na po sa PowerPoint. So, to create your own, you can just paste your images here and then mag-a-appear na sila later. Now, if you wonder para saan ba to, kung ano yung nakikita ninyong mga squares na to, normally kapag nag-create ako ng PowerPoint presentations, meron akong ginagamit na color palettes. So, para every time na magdi-design ako, mamaya, meron akong, kumbaga kapag nagpe-painting ka po, let's say sa watercolor, meron kang pinagkukuhanan ng color. Okay? So, let's say yung shape mo, gusto mo yung color niya consistent dun sa theme na ginagawa mo sa design, you can just always get colors from this. So, ang ginawa ko po dyan, dito ko nilagay yung color palette ko dyan. So, paano ko po yung ginawa? Again, kinlik ko po yung view, kinlik ko yung slide master, pumunta ako sa folder, kung nasaan yung color palette ko, as in this one, and then, ang ginawa ko lang po is, I just drag it here, like that. Okay? Now, pagka-drag ko po dyan dito sa master style natin, yung pinaka-main section natin na theme slide master, kapag naglagay ka ng objects dito sa mismong slide, automatically, visible yan sa lahat ng magagawin mong slide later on. So, pakita ko po sa inyo ha. So, after you click slide master, punta po tayo dito sa slide master tab and then close master view. Okay? Ayan. Kung napapansin niyo po, itong color palette na to, ayan, applicable siya sa lahat, visible siya sa lahat kasi naka-paste siya, nakalagay siya sa lahat ng ating slides. I mean, sa mismong master slide natin. So, when I right-click this and then I select a layout, let's say, select a blank layout here, you'll notice na meron po tayo nakikitang color palette na nakalagay sa slide. The reason here is kasi pinakailaman ko po yung mismo nating master slide. So, again, take note po sa master slide natin, anything na i-paste mo doon or ilagay mo doon na objects, palaging visible sa lahat ng slides mo. So, let's modify that. I click View, Slide Master, and then pupunta ako dito sa ating Theme Slide Master, tsaka ko na lang siya ilalagay outside ng slide. So, when I do that, hindi na natin makikita sa mismong slide yung ating color palette. So, close master slide, and yun. Also, pag nag-add ka ng new slide mo, pwede ka rin mag-click dun sa layout. So, to change layout automatically, ganito lang kasimple. Right-click, layout, and then you can just select your desired layout po. Yes sir, saan naman galing yan? Yung mga layout na yan. Okay? Saan galing yung mga layout na to? Ayan, etc. Again, sa slide master lang din po sila ulit. So, I click View, Slide Master, and then, hindi ko na po i-edit itong master title slide natin. Hindi ko na po edit itong pinaka-theme slide master natin. Ang i-edit ko yung mga child slides niya. Okay? So, ang ginawa ko po dito actually is create tayo ng bago. Okay? So, right-click, insert ako ng layout, and then pagka-insert ko ng layout, ayaw kong gamitin yung mga default objects na to sa slide ko. So, I just select them, and then hit delete dun sa keyboard. So, this one is a blank layout po for now. And then, if you want to create your reusable templates, yung katulad ng example ko po kanina, para hindi ka na nagka-copy and paste every time ng images, just put your image here. Okay? Create lang po kayo ng layout katulad ng ginawa ko ulit. So, right-click, insert layout, and then you just have to delete yung mga default items natin dito na hindi naman natin gagamitin. And then, on your folder, you can select any background or images na na-create mo na. Like, maybe, hanapin natin yung dati nating output. Like, for example, gusto kong i-add yung image na to as my background. So, dadrag ko lang po ito dun sa slide. Ayan. So, meron na ako sariling slide layout. Okay? So, add lang po kayo ng add ng mga slides. You can create many slides, slide backgrounds you want sa Photoshop. Save JPEG. Drag lang po kayo ng drag dito. Katulad ginawa ko dyan. So, lahat to, ayan, kinrate ko sa Photoshop. Tapos, nilagay ko na lang po dito sa PowerPoint. Okay. And then, this one, yung header po na to, ang ginawa ko lang dyan is, I just actually copied this. And then, let's say, paste ko siya dito. And then, modify ko siya. Let's say, this font style. And, so again, saan po galing ito? Kinapi ko lang siya dun sa default na title slide na meron si PowerPoint. Pinis ko lang siya. This one. In-edit ko yung font. I can change the colors. Or I can use this, yung eyedropper. Ang kagandahan po na may color palette, pwede mong i-select yung colors na available na meron ka na dyan. Like that. Or this one. Okay? So, when I close this master view, and then if I'm going to add new slides po dito, sa example ko, like right click, new slide. So when I do that, right click, new slide, pwede ako mag right click ulit dito sa ating slide thumbnail, and then I'll go to layout, and kung napapansin nyo po ito, ayan, ito po yung customize natin kanina. Ito po yung i-add natin na background, pwede natin siyang i-select ngayon. Paano po siya ulit i-select? Ang gagawin nyo lang po is mag-right click dun sa slide thumbnail, right click, tapos after mag-right click, click nyo po yung layout option, and then just select this. So, automatically po, hindi mo na kailangan palaging i-drag yung image na to every time dun sa PowerPoint mo para lang magkaroon ka ng customized background. Hindi po. You can just always use the slide master. And then, this one, automatically, na-add na siya. Yung text na kinapin natin doon sa default, naka-format na din siya. If I'm going to preview this, like that, di nyo po makikita yung text kasi, kumbaga by default, invisible siya pag nag-preview. And it's just waiting for us to type in ng some title. Let's say, my title goes here. Ang kagandahan po ng ganito na meron tayong preset na title header, every time na mag-create tayo ng new slide with same layout, automatically meron na po dyan another title. Like that. So when I preview this, like that, so as you can see, nandito na po yung title. And then sa next slide, automatically meron din po tayong same format ng title, same positioning, same alignment. So it is very usable po para sa atin as educators to use some custom templates like this. Okay. Sorry hindi ko po makita lahat ng questions or comments, but may nagtanong pang Windows 10 lang po ba yan? No, like what I've said po earlier, this techniques na ginagawa po natin is available from 2007 and up. So kung meron po kayong PowerPoint 2007, 2010, pwede po ito, yung mga steps natin. And then, kung anong platform pong gamit ninyo, basta image, basta let's say JPEG siya, basta image yung gamit ninyo, ina-export nyo as JPEG, pwede pong gamitin yun dito. Kung gamit nyo po, let's say kahit Paint po yan, kahit Photoshop, or Canva, etc. Basta JPEG yung in-export, yung file, ay pwede nyo po magamit dito sa PowerPoint. Okay? Pwede po kayo mag-create ng sarili ninyong custom layout. Okay, so let's go proceed with Slide Master. In my case, I only have one section. Nakikita nyo po yung number 1 dito sa may bandang upper left. So, I only have one template. Ibig sabihin po, isa lang ang template na meron ako. Pwede po tayo mag-create ng other templates pa po dyan. So, for this template, and specialize ko po talaga yung medyo red-orange yung theme. Okay? So, pwede po tayo mag-create ng sarili nating slide master. So, when I right-click dito, let's see dito sa number 1 para sure. Pag nag-click ako dyan, right-click, and then I do insert slide master like that. You'll notice po na may kakaroon tayo dito ng number 2 or second template natin or second theme na pwede natin magamit for PowerPoint. So in this case, what if gusto kong i-modify yung PowerPoint ko kanina, balik muna ako dun sa mismong presentation ko. What if, let me delete these slides. What if gusto kong gumawa ng version nito? Sir, may nagawa na akong PowerPoint presentation. Paano ko ibahin yung theme nun o design nun parang matrabaho, etc. No? So, using master slide or slide master, mas mapapadali po yung trabaho natin for that. So, let me save this maybe into another file name. And then, let's save this as V2. Yan. So, from here, ito yung V2 natin. So, save yung isa kong PowerPoint. So, dito, babaguhin ko yung template ng mismo PowerPoint presentation ko dyan. So, I'm going to proceed with the slide master again. Paano po gamitin yung slide master? Just click view, and then click lang natin yung slide master. And then, I'll go proceed with this second theme natin. Yung second theme natin, napaka-simple. Wala pa siyang any designs here or contents. So, let me add a color palette. Okay, so para may basehan po ako ng designs and colors ko later on. So, I'll just go drag this here. Like that. Masyadong malaki yung color palette natin. Ika-crop ko siya. Oops. Crop. Oh, crop. Yan. And then, resize. So, yung color palette ko will just stay here outside nung mga slides ko. Yan. So, pag dito ko siya nilagay, dito sa mismong main theme or yung parent theme ng ating master style, automatically yung mga child master styles na dito, may kita pa rin natin or accessible pa rin yung color palette. Okay? So, ano yung ginagawa po natin ngayon dito? Nag-create na po tayo ng sarili nating custom master style. And then, i-change natin yung theme ng available na PowerPoint na meron ako ngayon. Now, I'll just go find a slide here. Or actually, I can select this, yung ating blank layout. Pwede akong mag-insert ng own layout ko, which is this one. Tsaka ako, again, i-delete lahat ng default na meron ko kasi gusto ko nga, sarili lang po natin yung layout. And then, I can just drag something here, maybe a title slide like that. Okay? So, meron na akong title slide background later on. Now, pwede akong mag-insert ulit ng another layout. So, ang ginagawa ko po is insert layout lang. And when you do, I'm just deleting all of this. Tapos, meron na akong naka-prepare na background para sa mga content slides ko. Like this. So, drag ko lang yun dyan. Etc. Now, sir, paano naman pag hindi pa kami ganun kasanay sa Photoshop, gusto namin mag-create ng title slide just using PowerPoint. Okay, so we can do that. I'm going to insert layout and then try po natin mag-create na maybe sarili nating title slide. So, sabi ko po kanina, pwede tayong gumamit ng stock images and then you can just go to yung website na sinabi ko po, yung pixabay.com. So, pwede yun. Let me try to use this as our background. Okay, so nag-drag po ako ng image. Hindi nga lang siya enough para dun sa ating slide size or dimension. So we can just crop this. Or you can resize it in Photoshop if you want. Gusto ko siyang gawin background ng aking title slide. But para medyo malapit sa color siguro or theme natin, I'd like to add maybe a shape. So I can click insert and then select ako ng shape. Let's say this one. Ayan, so meron akong shape. Again, inuulit ko po, wala po tayo sa mismong presentation slide. Nandito po tayo sa slide master. Okay, so slide master. Now, gusto ko mag-add lang some text later on. So, para mas readable siguro, mas safe yung readability, mag-add ako ng shape. I'll go right-click this and then format shape. Okay? Format shape para ma-modify po natin kung ano yung gusto natin na fill color, solid ba, gradient. Pwede natin lagyan ng stroke or line. So, I'm just going to select no line para ma-remove yung line ng shape ko dito. And then, solid fill. So, i-click ko po itong color fill icon ko dito. Diyan. And then, I'll select this eyedropper tool. So, dun sa mga iba po, baka familiar na sila dun sa eyedropper tool. Simply, ang ginagawa po niya is parang yung natural na dropper. May kinukuha siyang droplets maybe sa gamot or what, sa normal na droppers natin. But dito sa PowerPoint, simply, nagte-take lang siya ng color kung saan man natin siya ipo-point out. So, again, click ko siya. Then, eyedropper tool. Yan. So, if you can see my icon here, pwede kong i-point out anywhere. And then, meron tayong nakikitang rectangular in shape dun sa upper part niya. So, pinapakita niya yung color na pwede niyang kuhanin. And, actually, my first step here is sinelect ko po muna tong shape. So, ulit po doon sa hindi po masyadong nakasunod. So, i-click ko lang yung shape. And then, I'll go click this color fill icon. Tapos, I'll click eyedropper tool. And then, saselect ako ng color from my color palette na pinrepair ko na kanina. Maybe, I'll go use this color. Okay. And then, I can just adjust the transparency. Like that. Also, yung background image natin dito, pwede natin siyang i-modify further. So, when you click this image, ayan, mapapansin nyo po dito sa upper part, para naka-highlight yung format. So, pwede natin siyang i-click and then you can select any format you want here. But, I'd like to use this, yung color section niya. So, pwede ko siyang bawasan ng saturation. Gawin ko siyang malapit sa grayscale or black and white, etc. So, pwede natin siyang bawasan. And, yan. So, again, kinlik ko po yung picture, kinlik ko yung color, and then, change natin yung saturation ng image natin. Okay? It's just my own preference na color po for that picture. So, you can select your own then. Now, kinopy and paste ko po itong panel natin. And then, if you see this dot, this orange dot, pwede ko siyang i-drag para ma-align ko dun sa angle ng previous shape. Okay. So, maglalagay lang ng konting details sa design natin. Okay, like that. So, again, kaya po natin to dinidiscuss yung part na to kasi para dun sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-Photoshop. So, if you have Photoshop or if you know Photoshop na po, nakapag-practice na kayo kung paano siya i-gamitin, paano mapag-create ng sariling background. Yan. So, pwede nyo pong gamitin as replacement sa ginagawa ko po ngayon. Like that. So, in-adjust ko lang po yung transparency. So, now almost hindi siya ganun ka-visible. Yan. And then, once I'm once I've done this, I can now add some text later on. Okay, so pwede na yun for this. Let's create another layout. So insert layout. Okay, so I have inserted a layout, and then delete in default. Tapos let me create another shape. I'm going to create a layout for PowerPoint section. Okay. And then so I think this one is okay. Tapos, okay, so we have created two layouts now without using Photoshop here. Then I also have another layout here kung saan galing po sa Photoshop, and this one. I can now close this master view, and then we can now change some things here. Let me create another one. Just one more slide. So here, okay, so I'm just adjusting the transparency of this. Like that. And let me have some other color. Okay, I think this would be okay now. Okay, so I can now close this master view, and since meron na akong sariling layout, okay, so kung may ginawa po kayong PowerPoint na in-apply nyo lang yung other layouts dito, gusto nyong i-change, tapos nag-create kayo ng sarili nyong layout, I can now change this I can now apply my new customized layout. So let me right click this slide thumbnail, this one, and then layout. I go to layout, tapos dito po sa ibaba mapapansin natin na meron tayong available custom layout here, yung mga previously ginawa lang po natin like this. So when I click this one, and maybe let's remove this muna first, you'll see that yung layout natin is nag-change na. Yung orange background here sa upper at sa lower part nawala na. So na-apply na natin yung bagong customized template natin. So also, if you want, pwede natin i-select lahat po yung multiple slides natin by holding shift. Okay? So again, multiple selection. Click lang po kayo ng isang slide thumbnail, and then hold nyo lang po yung shift, and then click dun sa pinaka last na slide na gusto nyong mabago yung template na almost na the same lang din naman yung style, like content slide. So again, click, hold shift, tapos click dun sa last slide thumbnail, and then right click, go to layout, tapos I can select my own layout here. So when I do that, lahat po ng slides natin ngayon, ayan, so na-change na lahat sila na-change na lahat ng kanilang background. Basically from slide master. Okay, so I hope magagamit po natin ito sa other natin, sa pag-create ng mga learning materials natin. And aside from pixabay.com po, I'll give you this website then. Yan. So, unsplash.com. So, itong unsplash.com, para din sa pixabay.com, meron tayong mga stock images available there. Okay? Yan. Gusto kong palitan yung background. Right-click ko lang yung layout. Slide thumbnail. And then, this one. Okay? So, pwede ko itong i-drag, let's say, dun sa upper part. Tapos, I can just place some here. Nag-copy and paste lang po ako ng text. Like that. So, lilitan ko na lang ng konti yung size for this example. Yan. So, as you can see here, yung background po natin, hindi natin siya magagalaw actually because, again, it is available on master slide. You can add more here. Let's say, add ako ng shape. Pwede ko lagyan ng additional shape ito. Tapos, send to back. Right-click. And then, send to back ko na lang siya. I'm going to set the background color of that shape. Maybe using another color like that. And then, I can just adjust a little bit of its transparency. And there, meron na po tayong customized background. Okay? Customized layout na pwede nating i-apply every time. So, every time mag-create ka ng slide, just right-click, layout, and then select any of your customized layout. So, like this. So, as you can see, for some minutes lang po, na-change na natin yung background, yung theme, even yung title slides na meron tayo from here by using a slide master. So, that's how you create your customized layout. And, yun po. Okay? So, I hope we can now proceed dun sa other topics natin. So, that's how you create custom layout. Now, I would like to show you naman po how to create and manipulate graphical elements. Okay? Now, let's say, nag-insert ako ng new slide. Tapos, actually, let me edit this from slide master. Add ako ng shape. Kasi masyadong visible yung part na to para mas malaki po yung space na magagamit ko later on. So, lalagyan ko lang siya ng white shape tapos babawasan ng konti yung transparency. Yan. So, meron na ako another layout. Meron na ako nito. And then, meron pa ako another content slide. I can now close master view. And I can now select all of this para ma-apply yung new layout. Yan. So, medyo transparent na po ng konti nasa lower part ng background natin. Okay. So, let me show you naman po how to create customized graphical elements. So, when we say engaging learning materials po kasi, what we are talking about here is you would like to present some charming or attractive contents dun sa mga learners natin. So, also, it has been proven before na kapag may graphics, basta wag lang too much, nakakadagdag po ng learnability sa mga learners natin or audience. So let me do that. Let me create some graphics here. Okay. So normally po, kapag nag-create tayo ng PowerPoint, let's say here. Let's say meron tayo nito, some title here, or maybe this, copy ko na lang siya. So let's say meron tayong title, center ko lang siya, and then i-align natin siya, center, and then isa sa mga reason kung bakit meron tinatawag na death by PowerPoint is siguro pagkulang sa time. Meron kang item 1 dito, item 2, item 3, like that. Tapos naka-bullets sila, or minsan hindi lang po 3 items ang meron tayo, minsan much more than that. And minsan mahaba pa yung mga text na meron per bullets, no? Which is hindi na ganun kaganda para sa mga learners natin or viewers, parang nagiging boring yung output. So try po natin na limitahan yung mga items. So minsan di natin may iwasan, kailangan talaga nandun yung mga other items. Siguro try natin na mag-appear yung other items dun sa other slides. Okay, but I do advise here na kung kaya po natin lagyan ng graphical elements yung mga items, lagyan po natin, let's say this one, pencil, this one, let's say pizza, that's, let's say gift. So if you preview this presentation, pag may nakalagay dyan pencil, pizza, or gift, maybe it is just good enough na i-display yung text na you're discussing about pencil or discussing about pizza or about gift, but it is more engaging if meron tayong ilalagay na image, no? So, but aside from putting some image, minsan nahihirapan po tayo maghanap ng proper image na magmamatch dun sa ating slide. So, sometimes we can integrate icons. Okay, pwede tayo mag-insert ng icons. Dun sa mga newer versions ng PowerPoint, meron po silang insert tab, tapos meron silang icons, which is I think dun sa mga newer versions, dun sa mga maybe 365 or 2019 and up. Pero what if yung PowerPoint natin is version 2007, 2010, 2013 or lower, basta lower than dun sa mga newer versions natin? How can you add icons? Okay, meron po ako dito application. So aside from Adobe Photoshop, meron dito tinatawag na Adobe Illustrator. It is very good in creating icons. I'm not going to show you how to create icons in Illustrator, but I'd like to show you na meron pong software available na pwede nating magamit to have some icons. Okay? So let me get this icon, kakopy ko siya, and then directly pwede ko siya i-paste here in PowerPoint, like that. So meron na akong pencil. Now, kailangan ko pa ng icon for pizza, for gift, medyo nahirapan po. Siguro yung iba maghanap ng images. Minsan kasi, hindi po tayo, most of the times, hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-add ng basta-basta images lang if they are not good for commercial use, or minsan kailangan pa ng attributions, kailangan hingi ka pa ng permission dun sa gumawa ng image kung pwede mong gamitin para ma-avoid natin mga copyright issues. But what if gusto mo mag-add ng icon, pwede mong gamitin Illustrator? What if wala kang Adobe Illustrator? What if wala kang ibang software on how to add some icons? Kung wala, then you can still use PowerPoint to create icons. And I'm going to show you on how to create and manipulate graphical elements, basically how to create icons here in PowerPoint. So, paano po mag-create ng icon? Ito, image siya from Adobe Illustrator. So, gusto ko ng icon, wala akong insert icon kasi luma yung PowerPoint ko. So, here's the answer for that. Okay. So, ang gagawin ko po dito ay makikreate lang ako ng shape. I'll try to copy this icon as much as possible. Napansin niyo po kanina, kinuha ko po ito sa Adobe Illustrator. So, I'll try to copy this icon as much as possible. Kasi nga, kailangan natin ng icons, kailangan attractive or engaging yung output natin para sa mga viewers natin. So, what I'm trying to do is nagka-copy and paste po ako. Dinaduplicate ko lang yung shape. Ayan. And then, katulad po ng pencil na nandito, ang disadvantage nito, kung galing ito sa other software, hindi mo siya basta-basta mapapalitan ng color. Sometimes pwede. Like this, kasi galing sa Illustrator, so pwede ko siyang i-change ng color. Pero pag PNG po ito, let's say galing sa Photoshop, kailangan sa Photoshop mo pa siya i-edit. So, let's continue. Paano ma-create yung pencil icon na to? So, nag-create po ako ng tatlong rectangular shapes. Lahat po sila, kung napansin nyo, meron silang border or stroke. Gusto kong tanggalin yan. So, select ko sila lahat. And then, I'll go here on this line. I can right-click, format object. Pero, if naka-open na po yung format panel po natin, right here, yung format shape, you can just click no line. So, para ma-remove yung line. And then, yung pencil natin, example here, change ko lang yung color para mas kita natin. Meron tayong copy, in short. Ayan. So, gagayahin ko yan using PowerPoint po. So, this is very useful yung feature na to sa PowerPoint. Okay. So, here, right-click ko tong shape natin, tapos actually not right click, I'll click format rather. So i-click ko yung shape, I click format tab, tapos po meron tayo dito tinatawag na edit shape, tapos change shape. Ulit po kaya ko to ginagawa para ma-change ko siya into rounded rectangle yung ating part na to. Ito yung eraser ng pencil. So, I'm going to click this, format, and then edit shape, change shape into shape na gusto mo. So, I'd like to use this rounded corners. Okay, again, please rewatch this video para doon sa mga mamimiss natin na steps. Okay na tayo doon. This one naman po, kailangan triangle siya. So, I'm going to click this, go to format, edit shape, and then triangle. Okay, now, so from here, meron na po ako ng triangle. I-rotate ko na lang siya. Like that. Now, it is a little bit close na. So, i-copy and paste ko po ulit to. And then, maybe gamitan ko ng ibang color para distinguishable siya. Pag binalik ko siya here. Ayan. And then, this one should be a rounded rectangle. So, I'm going to click format, tapos edit shape, change shape, and this rounded corners. Ayan. So, rounded. Pag hindi masyadong rounded, you can just drag this orange point. Ayan. Okay po. Now, still, hindi ko pa rin makuha yung style nito. But ito po yung isa sa mga feature ni PowerPoint na hindi natin masyado napapansin siguro. And ang tawag po dito ay si una, dapat alam natin yung selection pane. And then, I'll show you yung tinatawag po na merge. And, pakita ko po muna for now. Sa ngayon, may na-click format. Meron po tayong nakikita dito na naka-gray out, yung merge shapes. Yan. Ito po yung gagamitin natin na feature sa PowerPoint, no? So, it says, merge the selected shapes into one or more new geometric shapes. But, for me, it should not be merge shapes kasi para siyang yung pathfinder ng Adobe Illustrator. So, it allows us to create more shapes na hindi available dito sa mga shapes na ino-offer ni PowerPoint. So, let me show you how. So, gusto kong i-create yung eraser part nito. Okay po. So, yung eraser part niya, as you can see, rounded yung upper part. Rounded yan. Pero yung banda lower part niya is pointed. So, how can we... gusto kong i-cut yung part na to. Ayan. Ito po yung sa may bandang eraser niya. I-cut ko siya para maging pointed to. So, to do that, I can just duplicate this shape. Ito yung gagamitin kong parang cutter. Ayan, ibahin ko po yung color pa para mas makita nyo po. Ayan. Ayan. So, here, ang gagawin ko po, itong orange shape na to, gagamitin ko siya para makat niya itong blue shape. So, to do that po, you just have to select these two shapes. Okay po, ito po yung step importante po yung step na to. So, meron kang object na ika-cut, meron kang object na gamitin para makat yung excess shape po nito. So, ang gagawin lang natin is to select all of them. Basta after mo silang i-overlap, select all of them. Yan. And then, you need to go to Format tab. And then once you're here in Format tab, you'll see now yung merged shapes, hindi na siya naka-gray out. Pwede na natin siyang gamitin. So when you click this drop-down menu no merge shapes, you'll see na meron siyang additional formats or additional options na pwede natin gamitin. Merong union, may combine, fragment, intersect, etc. Usually, ang ginagamit para makat yung object natin is fragment, intersect, or subtract. Yung combine naman saka union, kung gusto natin from the word itself, combine or union is ma-emerge talaga natin yung shape. But ang gusto kong mangyari dito is yung shape natin is, this blue part na to, makat yung nasa lower part niya para maging pointed. So, again, select all of this, two shapes, format, and then we'll go to merge shapes. Then let's try subtract. Yun, nawala na po yung orange. Nawala na po yung orange na shape, di ba po? So, anong nangyari, na-subtract ngayon yung excess part ng blue na to based from that overlapping shape na orange. So, again, gagawin ko po siya ulit. So, sinelect ko yung shapes. I go to Format, Merge Shapes, and then Subtract. Ayan. Pwedeng, ito yung union, combine sila. Ganon din, combine, fragment, intersect, may nakakat. Pero subtract po yung applicable dun sa part natin. So, I did subtract. Ayan. Malapit na po. Now, itong yellow shape na to, kaya ko siya in-overlap dito sa shape na yan, itong blue, yung body ng pencil, para gamitin ko siya as a cutter ng shape na yan. So, select ko sila both. Yan. Select ko sila both. Pupunta ako sa format ulit. Merge shapes. And then, we can also try subtract. Ayan. Nung sinubtract ko po siya, mapapansin po natin kahit i-drag ko ngayon ito, yung shape na blue, nabutas na talaga siya, na-cut talaga siya ngayon. Okay? So, as you can see, yung other color ko kanina, kinat niya yung shape natin. Take note, dapat po, dun sa format shape, no line tayo. Wala tayong line. Kasi kapag naka-solid line yan, tsaka mo pinarform yung merge shapes or subtract, etc., hindi po yun mag-work. Iba yung output niyan. So, always select no line if you want to create complex shapes like this. I can now insert another. I think I'm going to use this trapezoid para din sa pencil part, yung pointed part ng pencil. Tatanggalin ko po yung line. And I'll just adjust this part. Ayan. Now, again, katulad po sabi ko po kanina, if you notice, when I click this, meron po tayong makikita wait, select ko lang po yung black na trapezoid natin. Ayan. So when I click this black trapezoid, ayan, meron tayong makikitang orange dot dito. Yung orange dot na yon, idadrag ko lang siya inward nung ating triangle like that. Babawasan ng konting dimension yung trapezoid natin. I'm trying to make it uniform yung sides like that. And then guess what? Gagawin po ulit natin yung kanina, yung subtract. So select ko lang to. I go to format, merge shapes, and then subtract. We can now drag this upward and yep. That's how you do it. That's how you create a vector shape, a complex shape here in PowerPoint. And then, actually, pwede nyo po itong i-group. So, I know, alam nyo na po kung paano yung group. So, para makapag-group lang po tayo, just hit Control G para dun sa mga hindi po familiar dun sa shortcut. So, I'll just select this. And then, Control G. So, nag-group na po siya ngayon. I can now go to Format or Format Shape. Tapos, I can select Color now. Specific color. I can click this eyedropper tool to select a color. Or, actually, I can use white. Ayan, I can use white rather. Tapos, add na lang ako ng circle. And, tapos, change ko yung color niya into something like this. No line. And then, I'll just place my pencil dun sa itaas po ng circle. So, right-click, and then bring to front. Okay. Now, babalikan ko po etong slide na to. Okay? So, I'll just introduce to you yung selection pane. So, selection pane po is parang yung layers sa Photoshop. It includes layers in PowerPoint actually. So, to check or to see that selection pane, pwede lang po kayong mag-click ng anywhere dito sa slide natin, any objects. Tapos, you can go to Format, and then makikita na natin dito si Selection Pane. Let me click Selection Pane. So when I do that po, ito po yung mga layers na sinasabi ko ngayon. Okay? So usually po kasi nakasanayan natin na kapag may overlapping na shapes like this one, ibahin ko muna pink color. Pag may overlapping shapes, ang ginagawa natin, nire-right click mo yung pencil or this object, tapos right click mo siya, and then nagsasend to back. Okay? Normally po ginagawa natin para ma-rearrange yung mga layers natin. I mean yung mga objects. But check nyo po ito. Isa to sa mga maybe hidden features para sa iba, yung selection pane. So when I click this, yung pencil na ginawa ko, so it represents group 20 dito po selection panel. So pwede ko siyang double click and then rename ko siya as pencil. Tapos pwede kong i-click na yung circle na to. And then as you can see dito sa selection pane, it is oval 19. So kapalitan ko siya, let's say circle. Like that. Now, kung gusto mo yung pencil, naka-overlap siya dito sa circle natin. What I'm doing is, aside from bring to front, send to back, ito yung pinaka-simplest. If complex na po yung contents natin, marami na tayong contents, you can always drag this pencil layer above nung gusto nating shape, like that. So as you can see, nasa front na po siya ngayon, nasa above na siya ngayon nung circle natin. So, that's it lang po yung selection pane. Okay, so balikan ko po yung slide kanina. Ayan, here. So, this is pencil again. Tapos, ito yung circle. Then, you can now resize this. Rotate. And then I can add actually a text like this one, and then I can rename it as pencil. Now imagine a slide. Imagine a slide like this, and then a slide like this one. So meron tayong, for example, pencil dito. They should be pizza, though we need to change the icon. Tapos ano kasi gift. Like that. Let me create yung maybe yung kahit yung GIF icon lang po, quick. So I can make a GIF icon. Tapos insert tayo ng other shape. I think I'm going to use this. Then rotate. Tapos, pwede natin siyang i-flip vertically. Or dito po sa ating format tab, merong flip horizontal. Ayan. I-adjust ko yung line natin. Kakapalan ko siya ng konti. For this, no fill, no lines. And this one. So I'm going to change this color rather. Like that. So, I have this group as yung GIF icon natin. Tapos yung circle, i-drag ko lang po siya. This one, sa ibaba, no? GIF. Like that. So, GIF icon. And then I can just drag this or duplicate this, and then I'll just rename this as GIF. Alright. Okay, so now, since our focus is to make engaging or more attractive learning materials, di ba po? So, compare this slide to this one. This one should display more or should have more memory retained sa mga audience natin na you are discussing about pencil, you're discussing about GIF. Wala na po akong time to create pizza, so it's up to you na po for practice na. Kayo na pong gumawa ng pizza na style, okay? So, again, we avoided this bulleted list into creating our own icons, not in Adobe Illustrator or other software, but technically only in PowerPoint. So that's how you do it po here in PowerPoint. So I hope you've learned something about creating and manipulating graphical elements. I will now proceed po dun sa developing interactive animations. Developing interactive animations. So how can we develop interactive animations? Nagiging interactive po pag merong actions na ginagawa si learner. Let's say, nag-click siya, may ginawa siyang action sa screen, then si learning material naman, meron siyang binabato na response from that action. So, pag may ganun pong actions yung si learning material, then we can consider that as interactive. And we can do that if we apply interactive animations. Okay. So, let's have an example. We have discussed selection pane na po kanina. We do all have animation pane then. So, and then, ang focus ko po dito is si animation triggers. Si animation trigger kasi, from the term trigger, ito yung parang nagiging reason para magkaroon tayo ng pop-up or ng interactivity dun sa ating slide. Sa animation pane naman po, I'm sure you are all aware na pwedeng mag-create ng animation sa PowerPoint. Pwede natin silang i-animate lahat. So let's say, for example, i-animate ko tong mga icons na to. So pwede kong, let's say, i-group ko muna yan. Control G, select, Control G. Again, sorry po, di ko na po magagawa yung pizza. Kayo na po bahalang kumuha nun. So, yep. Okay, so meron na akong text, pencil, pizza, and GIF. Now, ang gusto ko mangyari dito is ma-animate yung pencil, pizza, and GIF one by one para mag-fly in po siya. Na si pencil muna, tapos pizza, and then GIF. Okay. So to do that, I just need to make entrance animations to these. So, i-click ko lang yung object. Pupunta lang tayo sa animations. And then sa animations, alam naman po natin, pwede tayo mag-add ng animation kung gusto natin ng entrance. Na-categorize po sila into 3. I'm sure you are well aware of this. Entrance animation, emphasis. Kung gusto natin ng emphasis sa mga animations natin. And then exit. And then motion path, pag gusto natin ng custom path na animation. Siguro po yung iba na try nyo na po almost lahat ito. What I'm going to focus later on is yung trigger. So, but for now, review lang po natin yung sa animation. Sa animation po, meron tayong tinatawag na animation pane. So, let me click animation pane. And right now, ang meron po tayo dito, simply sa animation pane, dinidisplay niya yung timeline natin, okay? Nung slide, I mean, pinapakita niya sino dito yung mga objects na may animations. For now, yung may animation daw is yung title lang. So, green, it represents a green star. Okay, pag green star meaning meron siyang entrance animation. And then when I click this, mapansin nyo na po, pag naka-open na yung animation pane natin, mapansin nyo po na meron siyang number dito. Ibig sabihin, yan, 0. Ibig sabihin, nag-start siya from the very beginning. And then, sa animations tab, naka-highlight siyang fly in. So, ito yung type ng animation na meron siya. So, I'm going to add animation naman po dito sa ating mga icons. Kasi, right now, wala silang animation. So, I'm just going to apply animation to all of this. Pencil, pizza, tsaka yung GIF. Ayan. And then, lalagyan ko sila ng fly in animation. So, I just click fly in. And then, I'm going to click this effect options. Take note po, mag-work lang to kapag nakaselect pa rin kayo dun sa mga objects natin. So, select ko muna yung mga objects. Ayan. While they're all selected, I'm going to click this effect options kasi lahat sila meron ng fly in. Effect options, paano mag-animate or mag-move yung mga objects natin? Ano yung direction nila? From left to right ba? To bottom? Or from bottom? Yan. So, I'm going to use this. Tapos, there will be a preview na mag-animate yung mga natin, icons. When I click on this slide, so sabay-sabay sila nag-animate. Bakit sila nakasync, sabay-sabay sila nag-animate? Kasi po, dito sa animation pane, kung mapansin po ninyo, meron po akong mouse icon here. Ibig sabihin po nun, pag nag-click ako, pag nag-click ako, on-click, kahit anywhere sa slide, ibig sabihin mag-animate na itong sa group 9. Sino ba itong group 9? Sino ba itong group 37? Sino ba itong group 38? So that's where selection pane is getting important kasi para mas organize natin yung output natin. So I click this, group po muna, and then naka-highlight sa selection pane. Let me rename this as pencil. Ayun. Same process. I-click ko po yung eto. Supposedly, this is pizza. So, I'll click this and then rename this as pizza. And then, this one as gift. Automatic po nag-highlight naman po yan. Pag nag-click po kayo dito, yan, nag-highlight po siya dito sa selection pane. When you do that, when you rename these icons, sige, i-rearrange natin sila, lagay natin sila sa top. Pencil, pizza, gift. You'll see that dito sa animation pane, applicable na po agad yung, or nag-reflect na po agad yung mga na-rename natin sa selection pane. So, that's why this is very important din po. Aside from send to back, bring to front, this is very important din po. Para mas organized yung layers mo, organized din yung animation. So now I can say na mauunang mag-animate si pencil, but since meron siyang mouse icon, ibig sabihin pag nag-click po ako sa mouse, nag-click ako sa slide, mag-animate na si pencil, mag-fly in na siya. And then, kung mapansin niyo po, magkakatapat lang yung green bar na to ni pizza at saka ni GIF. Ibig sabihin, sasabay sila kay pencil. Si pizza at saka si GIF, sasabay sila kay pencil. Pwede nating i-right click itong pizza, tapos modify natin. Let's say, start on click. Pwede kong i-right click ulit itong si GIF, start on click. Ano po ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, mag-animate lang si pencil, pizza at saka si GIF pag nag-click ako sa slide. So, ang ginawa ko po, again, right-click, and then start on click. So, let me preview this animation. Ayan. So, when I click sa slide, anywhere sa slide, mag-animate yung pencil. When I click anywhere sa slide, mag-animate yung supposedly pizza. When I click anywhere sa slide, mag-appear si GIF. But what if, gusto ko, pagka-play pa lang ng animation, after mag-appear na itong title, let's say, yan. So, after mag-animate po nito, gusto ko, automatically mag-animate din si pencil, pizza, GIF, pero hindi sabay-sabay, one at a time. So, to do that, you just go to animation pane. Si animation pane, nakaano po siya, start with previous. So, pag may nakita po kayong orange check dito, ayan, ito po yung kanyang option. So, pagka-play ng slide, pagka-preview ng slide, automatic, start with previous, insert, automatically nag-animate na siya. So, si pencil, gusto ko mag-animate siya after nito. After nung title. So, what I'm going to do is right-click ko yung pencil and then start after previous. And gusto ko one at a time. So, lahat to, ganun din. So, select ko sila multiple and then start after previous. As you can see, yung mga yung mga green bar natin dito, it represents timeline ng animation. So, after mag-play itong frame na itong green na to, susunod na si pencil, si pizza, and then si GIF. Pag sabay-sabay po kasi yan, like this, ayan, magkakatapat yung green natin, mga green na bars natin. Pero pag gusto mo one at a time, dapat hindi sila magkakatapat. So to do that, ang ginawa ko lang po is start with previous. Start after previous. Now, let's see this effect. I know this is just a review, but para po din sa mga gustong ma-refresh ulit din sa animation part na to. Ayan. Yan, as you can see, ulitin ko po Hindi po ako nag-click sa keyboard, pero automatically, one at a time nag-animate na yung mga icons natin. Okay? So, that's how you use start with previous. Now, yung pencil, pizza, tsaka GIF, gusto ko mag-animate din sila, mag-fade in din sila. So, ang ginawa ko po is, sinelect ko sila lahat, nag-click ako sa Animations tab, and then click ko yung Fade. Now, to further modify yung kanilang animation, gusto ko itong pencil na text, dadrag ko siya here. Gusto ko sabay lang siya with pencil. So, start with previous. Tapos, ito namang supposedly pizza. Ito po yung text ng pizza. Ayan, makapansin niyo po may text box 21 pizza nakalagay. So, drag ko lang siya below ng pizza and then gusto ko sabay sila. So, start with previous. And then this one, automatic naka-start with previous na din po. So, ang mangyayari, pagka animate ng pencil, mag-fade in na din si pencil text. Pizza and then yung pizza text. Yung icon na GIF and then yung GIF na text. So, yun po. Automatically, without clicking dun sa keyboard, automatic nag-animate na sila. So, that's how you, actually, that's just a review po for animation. Pane, I'm sure you're all aware sa animation. But I hope na refresh po ng content dun sa mga hindi masyadong gumagamit ng animation pane. Okay. So, let me proceed po dun sa interactivity naman. So, kung iyon, kaya nating i-animate automatically, hindi ka nag-click o kaya pag nag-click ka sa slide, nag-animate na siya. How about kapag nag-click ako sa specific buttons or items? So, let's say, pag nag-click ako anywhere sa slide, wala nag-animate, pero when I click this button, ayan, so mag-a-appear yung ating information box. So, that's another way on how to display informations. Okay. So maybe I'll try to duplicate this slide. Try natin. Ito yung interactive activity features. Okay. Now, ang balak ko po dito is hindi na sila mag-animate. So, I'm just going to remove all of these animations. Again, yung kanina, nag-animate. Ayan. And then, yung sumunod na slide, this slide, so there should be no animations involved. But, gusto kong mangyari, pag nag-click ako dito sa icon na to, meron siyang i-reveal na parang pop-up box. And then, di-display niya information about pencil. And then, when I click X, X, and then pizza, GIF, etc. So, to do that, let me create a sample pop-up box. Tapos, so, no line. Add ako ng text. Mag-right click po ako, add text. Tapos, let's say, sabihin natin, zero. Let's use Roboto for now. Okay. Yan. Tapos, here's the sample information box. So let's say, ito yung color na gamitin natin. Okay. Okay. So, meron na tayo nitong information box. So, ito yung magpa-pop up later on. Let me create X button. Yan. So, kinuha ko lang po yun dun sa shapes. Insert shape lang po. Again, if you will miss some of the actions na ginagawa ko po ngayon right now, please rewatch this video po. But again, I'm sure you all are aware naman po na these are available with shapes. I'm going to further adjust this. Tapos, yung shape. Okay, so I think this looks better. Add tayo ng information, any information inside. Okay, so meron po akong naka-ready na dummy text. So this is actually familiar po ito sa mga nag-web development or sa mga nag-create ng dummy contents or mockups. So I don't have any time po for now to specify any information na gusto kong i-display here, but just a dummy text for now. Okay, so I'll just now group everything here. Ito yung magiging ito yung magiging kumbaga pop-up box ko po. So again, ito po yung ginawa ko, yung shape, mga shapes, text, may X button. And then right now I'm going to group this. Para mas visible. Yan. I'm going to group this now. Control G. Okay. This one. And then, after ko po siya i-group, supposedly, dapat yung mag-a-appear. So, ang gusto kong mangyari, pag nag-click ako sa icon na pencil, dapat mag-pop up siya dito. So, again, lang po to, ginroup ko lang po yung mga shape na yan. To further add some emphasis, I'm going to draw a shape here, set it to black, no line. I'll adjust the transparency like that, and then from my selection pane, drag ko lang siya pababa. So para itong group 5, yung group 5 actually is yung pop-up ko dito. So rename ko siya para mas organized tayo. Pop up 1 like that. Then ito yung background naman niya na beige black. Okay. Now, so we can just align all of them now. This is slide natin. You can always perform po yung align center, horizontally, etc. So, but from here, I think this one's okay. I think it would be good if i-group ko din to. Ayan. So, let's say this would be info 1. Yan. So, yung info 1 po na to na group, inside niya, nandito yung group na pop-up, and then nandito yung background niya na black. So, technically, ang gusto ko pa mangyari, pag nag-click ako dun sa icon na pencil, mag-a-appear si info 1. Pag nag-click ako sa pizza, mag-a-appear yung info 2, info 3, etc. Though wala pa po akong info 2, info 3. So, gagawin ko po, this will be animated kahit na fade na lang, fade in na lang. So, again, kinlik ko po itong group na to, yung info 1. Ito yan, ito po mismo yon. Yan. So, kinlik ko siya. Tapos, I click animation and then fade. Alright. Now, so normally, ang mangyayari po, pag nag-click ka anywhere, mag-a-appear yung info 1. Pag nag-click ka dun sa X or anywhere here, next slide na, which is hindi yun yung gusto natin mangyari. Ang gusto ko pong mangyari, pag nag-click ako dito sa X or anywhere dito sa background, gusto ko mag-close lang po, ayan. No? So, kulang pa po yung animation natin for this, yung info 1. Yung tinatawag ko pong info 1, ito yun, yung info 1 is this, yung box po na yan. So, kulang po yung animation niya. So, ang gagawin ko is, i-click ko siya, punta ko sa animation, add animation, tapos ilalagyan ko siya ng exit animation as in fade out. Yun. So pag pinlay ko po yung animation natin here, nag-click ako anywhere, mag-fade in siya, as in mag-entrance. When I click anywhere, fade out. Good. Pero pag nag-click ulit po ako anywhere, next slide, which is yun yung i-avoid natin. So, to avoid that, please take note po, this tip, okay, yung tip na to, ito sa ibaba. Uncheck on mouse click when using triggers. So, since wala pa po akong triggers na ginamit, pero, again, para hindi po mag-proceed sa next slide, yung ating presentation, i-uncheck lang po natin ito, yung on mouse click. Okay, so saan po yung makikita? Papakita ko po sa inyo. Balik po tayo dyan. And then, I'm going to proceed with transitions. And then here, i-uncheck ko po yung on mouse click. Again, nasan po yun? Pumunta lang ako sa transitions. Here. Okay. And then, I just unchecked yung on mouse click. Like that. So, when I preview this again, yan. So, pag nag-click po ako dito, anywhere, hindi na napo-proceed dun sa next slide. Kaso, nawala na yung info 1 natin, hindi siya nag-a-appear. So, that's where triggers comes in. So, ang gusto kong mangyari, pag nag-click ako dito sa pencil icon, mag-a-appear na ulit si info 1. So, to do that, para mas organized muna, or I think, I can just copy this and paste this. Oops. Let me align this first. Center. Okay, good. So, copy and then paste. So, ang ginagawa ko po dito ngayon ay parang dinoduplicate ko lang po yung info 1. So, ngayon, meron na po ako ang info 2. Then, this should be pizza. Let's change a little bit of text here, like that. Cool. Okay. So, dito sa ating selection pane, meron na akong info 2, meron na akong info 1. Kagandahan po sa selection pane, pwede mong i-hide yung layer. So, i-hide ko yung info 1, info 2 para ma-access mo ulit yung mga ito. So, kailangan ko pa ng info 3 para dito sa GIF. So, I can just turn this on, yung info 2. And then paste. Hindi siya properly aligned. So, ang ginagawa ko po para align siya, I go to arrange, align, tapos, i-check ko yung align to slide. Please rewatch this. para ma-align po natin properly. And then align center. And then again, as long as this is selected, arrange, align middle. And then I'll go save this as GIF. And then I'll just change some text here, like that. Okay, so what we have here now is, let me rename this as info 3. Yan. So I have now 3 information boxes po, or pop-up boxes. I have info 1 para ma-display yung pencil. I have info 2 para ma-display yung pizza information. I have info 3 para mag-display naman yung GIF information. And you know what po, since yung dinuplicate ko, yung kinopy and paste ko na to, may animation na po kanina, automatically, when we access animation pane, you'll see that here, may animations na din agad. Si info 2, tsaka si info 3. So it is always recommended po to create muna ng parang prototype or template, and then you can just duplicate it after you added some animation. Okay, so now let's proceed. Ang gusto po natin mangyari is pag nag-click ako sa pencil, mag-a-appear yung pencil na information, info 1, info 2, info 3, but nothing happens kasi we need triggers. Okay, so we need triggers. So to add triggers, I'll just have to hide muna po yung mga to. Okay, good thing, organize na po natin yung layers natin. Next, when it comes to animation pane naman, actually I can drag this animation pane here. Yan, so to make it appear. Okay, are still there? Dinig pa po ba ako? Kita pa po? Dinig pa po? Okay. Okay po. Game. So, yung animation pane, dinrag ko lang po dito sa ibaba. Pwede pong gawin yun. No? Now, I can turn on muna si info 1. So, tinurn on ko po si info 1 dito sa selection pane natin. And then, mag-a-appear dito, of course, yung animation ni info 1. Yung entrance niya, tsaka yung exit. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is, i-right-click ko po yung info 1. I think much better dito yung animation pane. So, right-click ko po yung info 1. And then, I'm going to click effect options. Okay po. So, sa info 1, lalagyan ko siya ng options. So, dito sa timing tab niya, lalagyan ko siya ng triggers. So, ito po yung triggers. So, ang sabi, so on click, mag-a-appear si info 1, start effect on click of pencil. So, ang ibig sabihin po ng ginawa ko ngayon, nung nag-right-click po ako dito, tapos timing, click ko po yung triggers, tapos start effect, ibig sabihin, mag-entrance siya on click of pencil, yung pencil icon natin. Then click OK. Alright. Now, yung exit animation naman yun, yung fade out, i-right-click ko din po, tapos timing, tapos i-click ko yung triggers ulit, start effect on click off, kailan siya magko-close. Magko-close siya kapag nag-click ako dito sa sarili niya, itself dito sa area na yun. I mean this one. So, what I'm going to do here is right-click ko po yung info na exit animation, timing, triggers, start effect, mag-exit siya kapag nag-click ako kay info 1 itself. Then click OK. Ayan. So let me preview this slide. Okay, so for this slide, you'll see that anywhere pwede akong mag-click pero walang nangyari. Pero pag nag-click po ako dito sa pencil icon, nasa ba yung pencil icon natin? Add tayo ng trigger. Na-change po yung trigger. Set ulit natin yung trigger on click off. Here's another way po. Sorry. So here's another way. Ito po, mag-animate lang siya. Mag-animate siya. Dito sa trigger, dito sa animation pane natin. On click off, pencil. Tapos ito namang exit. On click off, info 1. So double check. On click off pencil, okay? Okay, hindi ko po alam kung napansin niyo po pero mabilis nag-appear. So, to further i-shortcut ko po yung part na yon, ito po yung example nun. Para mas simple na lang yung natin, output. So here, yung ginamit ko pong step kanina is ganito siya. So when I click 1, yung kanina yung sa atin pencil, when I click 1, so nag-appear po yung info 1. When I click anywhere here, so nag-close. When I click 2, and then when I click this X or anywhere here, nag-exit siya. So, yung sa example ko po kanina, medyo mabilis kasi yung transition. So, this example is enough to display that. So, again po, that's how you apply triggers dito po sa ating PowerPoint. So, aside from normal animation lang, we can apply triggers po. Okay? And then, we need to discuss just these last parts po natin. So, ang last part po natin will be yung including voice-over narrations and screencasting. Okay. So, voice-over narration and screencasting or additional audio or video sa ating output ay pwede natin magawa sa PowerPoint. Okay, so let's say I'm going to add an audio narration here. So to do that po, ang step lang po natin is to click insert. Insert and then audio, tapos record audio. I think I have step somewhere here. Ayan po. So, to include audio narration, insert, audio, tapos record audio. Ito po yung step natin mismo. Ayan na po. Automatically yung pwede natin gawin. Technically, yan lang po. And then, audio recording will be placed into your animation pane. So, sige, try ko po dito sa slide na to. I will show you animation pane like this. So from here, nag-animate po yung ating slide. And what if gusto ko meron siyang narration? Okay, so to do that, what you need to do is to click Insert, dito sa Insert tab, Audio, and then Record Audio. So when you do that po, you'll see a pop-up box here kung saan, alam nyo na po yung icon na to is for play, ito for stop, ito for record. And lagyan natin siya ng name, let's say narration. So since this slide is about voice over narration, I'll try to record my voice to put some narration dito sa slide na to. You can always use other applications to record your audio, but in PowerPoint, kaya na po niya i-cater yun. So, pwede ko siyang i-click this record button. Click ko siya, and then I will say something for this slide as narration. Okay? Alright, so this slide is a voice-over narration recording, and these are the steps on how to record your audio using PowerPoint. End of narration. Then I'll go click this stop, then click OK. And you'll see that meron po tayong icon na nag-appear dito as representation ng ating narration. When you click this play button, I'm not sure if narinig niyo po yung voice over. I hope narinig niyo po siya. Pero yung voice over narration po na yon ay pwede nating i-attach ngayon dito sa slide na to. Actually, automatically naka-attach na po siya. At mapapansin niyo po, nandito na siya sa ating animation pane. So, pwede ko siyang i-drag over dito sa top. Tapos meron siyang timing, start on click. Ibig sabihin, pag nag-click ako sa slide, mag-play na yung narration. Actually, pwede natin i-click din itong icon to access yung playback options dito po sa itaas, dito sa ribbon niya, yung playback options. And then, you'll see some settings here. Again po, nakaklik po ako sa icon. Dito sa playback, meron tayong portion kung saan pwede natin siyang i-play via click or automatically, basta pagka-appear ng slide, automatically, or pag nag-click ka lang sa icon. So, in-click sequence po yung ginawa ko. Ibig sabihin, kapag pin-review ko po itong slide, and then nag-click ako over, ayan. So kung napansin niyo po, nag-play yung voice over narration sa akin. Hindi ko po alam kung narinig niyo po in your side, but you can try this later on your own PowerPoint para pwede po mag-add ng narration. If you want, automatically magpa-play po siya. Pagka-open ng slide, lalagyan nyo lang po dito ng option na automatically. So, may kita po yun dito sa playback. So, click nyo po yung icon. Again, playback. Tapos, automatically. So, when I preview this slide again, yan. So, yun po, automatically nag-play na po yung audio. Pwede nyo pong i-drag ito palabas ng slide para di na nakikita yung icon. Para mas malinis na lang po nakikita yung inyong slide. But still, mag-play pa rin yung animation. I mean, narration. Okay. So, lastly po, ito na po yung pinaka-last na part. May tinatawag po tayong screen casting, or we can call it screen recording. Ayan po. So, yung steps po niya is very similar po dun sa voice-over narration. Screen recording po, insert, tapos video naman po ito. I mean, insert screen recording rather. And then video recording will be placed. Automatically ito animation pane. O kaya your slide after the recording. Ayan. So, paano po magkaroon ng screen recording? Ito po, napaka-effective way po nito na gamitin natin sa ating mga learning materials, especially if you're teaching or you're teaching computer, computer subjects, okay? Or computer programming. Kasi alam ko po may mga subjects na sa junior high, siguro junior high, na dinidiscuss paano gamitin yung ganitong software, or maybe may mga subjects paano gamitin si PowerPoint, paano gamitin si Microsoft Word, paano gamitin yung browser, etc. etc. Na kung saan matuturo mo lang po yun pag tinuro mo yung screen. But since wala po tayong face-to-face na teaching ngayon, we can use this feature po from PowerPoint. Yung tinatawag na screen recording. Simply, i-record niya lahat ng gagawin mo sa screen, and then i-convert na yun into a video na kung saan pwedeng i-play ng mga learners po natin. So let me create a new slide para dun ko mailagay yung video. I'll just save it. And then let me create a screen recording, and I will discuss dun sa screen recording si Photoshop for some seconds. Okay, let's try it. Again, the step is always ganito lang po. Go to insert, and then kung kanina nag-insert tayo ng audio, ngayon po screen recording yung i-click natin. Okay. So I'll go click screen recording like that, and then you'll see here